Well, good evening to all pro wrestling fans from all around the world, of all shapes and sizes. Welcome to yet another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, bear with me, I'm exhausted, but I wanted to get on here and do quick reviews for Nao Kakuta's produced show called Cross. And then I'm going to finish with NXT Heatwave 2024. I got around to finally watching both shows in full. So I wanted to get on here before I hit the bed and review them both. Sound good? Cool. All right. Starting off with Nao Kakuta's Cross. Nao Kakuta's Cross took place on Saturday, July 6th. This was at the Shinkiba First Ring venue. And it was only a 4-match card, but it was a pretty entertaining show overall. So, 4-match card. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Y'all ready? Let's do it. So, first off on Nao Kakuta's Cross, we had a singles match between Cherry and Kakeru Sekiguchi, and we had the Jumbo Princess, Himeka, as the special guest referee for this match. This was a very entertaining match. It was really cool to see Himeka not only come out to her theme music, which I thought was really cool, but yeah, rocking the black and white stripes as a special guest referee. This was a very great and entertaining match. I especially loved when Cherry and Kakeru Sekiguchi kept doing multiple pin attempts. I think it was like 20-something pin attempts, and Himeka just kept switching hands trying to make the count, and it was like she was going slower and slower, and her hand was starting to hurt, so I thought that was pretty funny. But you know what? It was really great to see Himeka involved in this match, not only, making the officiating and the accounts, but also nailing both ladies with double clotheslines. So I thought that was really cool to see her get involved. But this was a very entertaining match, and Himeka actually ended up pinning both competitors for the 1, 2, 3, and she made the 1, 2, 3 count herself as she had both ladies pinned. So what a hilarious ending to that match. And, great sign of respect from both ladies to Himeka, so I thought that was really cool. But yeah, Himeka refereed the match and won the match at the same time. So I thought that was really entertaining to see. But you know something? In watching this match and seeing Himeka return to be the referee, I honestly still believe she's going to come back to the ring at some point. She might not come back as a full-time wrestler, but I still truly believe that Himeka will return to action at some point. Maybe this year, maybe next year. It might be a while. She's still young, but I deep down truly feel like she at some point will return to action in the ring as a pro wrestler. I do believe it's going to happen. But main thing is that she's happy and that she returns when she's ready to return. You know what I mean? But that was a very entertaining match. Very enjoyable, entertaining match. All right. Let's go into our next match. we had a very entertaining, special Nao Kakuta Everywhere Battle Royale where all 5 competitors were dressed up as Nao Kakuta. Of course, rocking different ring gear because, Nao Kakuta has worn all sorts of different ring gear in her career. But we had Mizuki versus Suzume versus Arisu Endo versus Palm Harajuku versus Yuki Arai. And, this was a battle royale. And I thought it was pretty cool how for each lady's entrance, it played part of their theme before switching to Nao Kakuta's theme. So I thought that was pretty cool. And like I said, everybody was rocking a different Nao Kakuta outfit. So I thought that was really cool. But the order of appearance, Yuki Arai and Arisu Endo started off. And then Suzume came to the ring. Then Mizuki. And then Palm Harajuku was the last to appear. But the action was, a good dose of action and comedy in this match. Which, of course, they're paying tribute to Nao Kakuta. I mean, it was a battle royal where everybody was dressed up like Nao Kakuta. This was her produced show. But this was a very entertaining match. The order of eliminations, because, this was a battle royale elimination style where you can win by pinfall, submission, or toss your opponent over the top rope, feet hit the floor. Anyway, order of eliminations. So actually, both Palm Harajuku and Arisu Endo eliminated both Mizuki and Suzume at the same time over the top rope. Then Arisu Endo eliminates Yuki Arai over the top rope. So then it came down to Palm Harajuku and Arisu Endo, who were the final 2 Nao Kakutas left in the match. And then Arisu Endo ended up eliminating Palm Harajuku. So therefore, surprisingly, because I did not expect this, Arisu Endo wins the Nao Kakuta Everywhere Battle Royale. So congratulations to her. I honestly wouldn't have imagined her winning this match. But, it was really fun. It was very entertaining. And honestly, any of these 5 ladies could have won and it would have been awesome. But very creative and unique Battle Royale. Just showing their love and respects for Nao Kakuta. So I thought it was really cool. All right. Next up, we had actually a pretty nice singles match here. We had Maika Ozaki taking on HIMAWARI. This was actually a good test for HIMAWARI, the young rookie, which, I definitely enjoy watching HIMAWARI wrestle. And Maika Ozaki, I feel like I haven't seen her in a hot bit, so it was good to see her back in action. This was a good match. This was a pretty good match. Nothing too crazy or anything like that, but overall, pretty good match. But yeah, Maika Ozaki was able to pick up the victory, pinning HIMAWARI after hitting her with a very nicely executed muscle buster. So, pretty cool ending there. But yeah, Maika Ozaki with the victory over HIMAWARI. And yeah, like I said, nothing too crazy special or anything like that, but just a pretty good, solid match. And then the main event of Nao Kakuta's Cross came down to this special tag team match. We had the team of Nao Kakuta herself and Tae Honma taking on the team of Cosmic Angels, Saori Anou, and Natsupoi. Very solid main event. And of course, this was put together by Nao Kakuta. She has history with, all 3 of these ladies in this match. So this was the appropriate main event that she put together for her show. Uh, Overall, great match. It was good to see Honma, which I know she just recently got eliminated from the Catch the Wave uh, 2024 tournament. She has been pretty busy with that and Pro Wrestling Wave, but it was good to see her booked for the show. And Saori, Natsupoi, they look great together. Definitely were well showcased in this match. Nao Kakuta did her thing as well. She definitely did her thing. But overall, pretty enjoyable match. Definitely went the distance. But Natsupoi got the pin on Nao Kakuta. Pinned her for the 1-2-3 after a fisherman suplex Pharaoh gift combo. Of course, Saori hit her with the fisherman suplex, and then Natsupoi off the top turnbuckle, hitting the Pharaoh gift for the 1-2-3. So Natsupoi, Saori win in the main event. And I thought a really nice segment, a nice spot in the match was having each of the competitors that competed in the show tonight run at Nao Kakuta and either hit her with a clothesline or a splash. Some of the ladies just hugged her and showed her respect, like Honma, for example. So yeah, I like that little segment in the match where it had all the ladies that competed running at Nao Kakuta for an attack. So I thought that was pretty cool. But overall, like I said, small card, but an entertaining show. And, shout out to Nao Kakuta. Of course, her retirement is coming up soon. So it was good to see her have this opportunity to produce a show of her own. And, it did good. It did good. And like I said, shout out to Himeka. When they had the big group photo at the end, Himeka joined. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, it was a very enjoyable show. Like I said, only a four match card, but still very entertaining, very enjoyable. So 2 thumbs up for you now, Kakuta. Alrighty, before I go into NXT Heatwave, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heatwave brush single, Metaverse bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty, switching gears to WWE NXT Heatwave 2024, which took place Sunday, July 7th at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Yes, indeed. We had a total of 6 matches, with one match being the pre-show match. So yeah, let's jump right on into the action with the pre-show match before we go into the main card. Alrighty, so we had a tag team match in the pre-show, the countdown to NXT Heatwave. We had the team of Carmen Petrovic and Arianna Grace taking on the team of Jacy Jayne and Jazmyn Nix. I have to say, for this being the pre-show match, I thought it was actually a pretty good match. It actually exceeded my expectations a little bit. And great teamwork and chemistry from Arianna Grace and Carmen Petrovic. You know, I was pretty impressed. I was actually really impressed. Of course, the crowd was in favor of this team. But, yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent match. The finish could have been a little bit better, but, I mean, it is what it is. But Carmen Petrovic was able to pin Jazmyn Nix, of course, with a little assistance from Arianna Grace. But, yeah, was able to roll her up for the 1, 2, 3. And, yeah, Carmen Petrovic and Arianna Grace picking up the victory in the pre-show match. Now, of course, you know, there will be back to being enemies, especially for this upcoming Tuesday, as they're going to be facing each other. So that was short-lived. But, hey, they ended up getting the victory, so got to take it for what it is. Okay, now let's go into the main card of NXT Heatwave. First match. Alright, they started off the main card with the NXT North American Championship on the line. As the champion, Femi defended against Wes Lee. Now, of course, the stipulation is if Wes Lee loses, he can no longer challenge for the NXT North American Championship as long as Femi has it. So, for the most part, man. Well, this was a solid match, but Femi really put it on Wes Lee. I mean, the spot where he kind of lifted him up like a F5 and just kind of spun him and just threw him in the air and landed hard. I was just like, dang, that was pretty sick. That was a pretty sick spot. But Femi just manhandled Wes Lee. Although later in the match, Wes Lee was starting to get some good offense in. I do think, even though he connected with a cardiac kick, they had him attempt that cardiac kick way too many times. It was at least 3 times, which he connected on one of them, but still, I think they really tried to do that cardiac kick a little too much in this match. But aside from that, it was a pretty solid match. But Femi just really manhandled Wes Lee, and after a pop-up powerbomb, was able to put Wes Lee away for the 1, 2, 3, and Femi, still your dominant NXT North American champ. And like I said, I really would not be surprised if he ends up keeping the belt through the end of this year. I think with the way Femi, you know, has been doing in the ring, his charisma, his overall look, and just the character he plays, you know, he's a powerhouse. He's an athletic powerhouse. I honestly think they need to keep this title on him for a long time. Even if that means for like a year or whatnot. I think they need to continue to keep this title on Femi. And, you know, with Wes Lee, defeated and out of the picture. It'll be interesting to see what direction they go with as far as the next challenger for Obafemi, who they'll build up for that. And then as far as Wesley, I mean, honestly, they might as well go ahead and consider moving him up to the main roster unless they want to put him in the NXT Championship picture. And there are rumors about him, eventually getting booked to reunite with the Rascals on a TNA show. Maybe Slammiversary, maybe Bound for Glory, something like that. But, WWE and NXT TNA have been a thing so far, so that could happen. We shall see. Alrighty, let's move on to the next match. And this was actually my favorite match of the whole show. Alright, we had the NXT Women's North American Championship on the line. As the champion, I believe this was her making her second defense of the title, Kelani Jordan against Sol Ruca, which is also pretty much a friend of hers. But this was a phenomenal match. A battle between two very well accomplished gymnasts. That's what they did in college and whatnot. And, looking at a lot of comments, a lot of folks are saying that this was pretty much like a female showdown version of Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. And honestly, I have to agree. But it was still very unique because, both of these ladies, very athletic, really showcasing their gymnastic abilities, and this was a great match. This was a really great match. Both Sol Ruca, Kelani Jordan had some great chemistry, trading acrobatic moves, just back and forth. And honestly, it really could have gone either way with just how well this match looked. But they made the right call when it comes down to it, as Kelani Jordan was able to pick up the victory, hitting the split-legged moonsault on Sol Ruca, pinning her for the 1-2-3. Kelani Jordan, still your women's North American champion. And great sportsmanship afterwards from both ladies. And like I said, I do believe Sol Ruca will eventually become a champion, just not now. Just have to give her some more time. But Sol Ruca definitely continues to wow the crowd. And Kelani Jordan also has been excellent. And that's a great second title defense for her. So I'm just really curious to see what happens next with both of these ladies. Like I said, that was my favorite match of the whole card. So excellent job, ladies. All right, next up, how about some tag team action? All right, next up, we had the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, Nathan Frazer and Axiom defended against Chase University's Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. I gotta be honest, this tag team title match actually was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, this was actually a very solid title match. It exceeded my expectations. I was actually really shocked. Both these teams had great chemistry, and it really just went back and forth. Even Chase U, Duke Hudson, Andre Chase, they were rolling at one point in this match. And, Axiom and Nathan Frazer are still doing their thing. And at one point I was thinking, maybe are they going to just have some miscommunications here or there? And wasn't the case. But both teams look really solid. Just really, really solid. The high-flying prowess of Axiom and Nathan Frazer is just quite a beauty to see. And even Duke Hudson, even hit a stratosphere and did a springboard into a German suplex. I thought that was pretty cool. So you had a lot of good spots in this match. But when it was all said and done, Axiom was able to put away Andre Jace with a golden ratio, and then pin them for the 1, 2, 3. And yeah, Nathan Frazer, Axiom, still your NXT Tag Team Champions. So great match. Great tag title match. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So was really happy to see that. Alrighty. Let's go into our next match. Back to the ladies. Alright, we had the NXT Women's Championship on the line. As the champion, Roxanne Perez defended against Lola Vice. So, Lola Vice was definitely the babyface in this match. And I have to say, both ladies did really well in this match. A great clash of styles, and I felt like they did a great job going back and forth. My only thing, the last few minutes or so leading up to the finish, maybe the last minute leading to the finish, was a little excessive. I thought that was a really excessive. Roxanne hit Lola Vice with 5 pop rocks. One being on the announce table. Another was pretty much botched. But yeah, it took 5 pop rocks to put away Lola Vice. Which, kudos on making, Lola Vice strong in this match. She kicked out of the first pop rocks. And then, of course, got hit with the pop rocks on the announce table, and then 3 in a row in the ring, which one of them, the fourth one, was a botch. But they definitely make Lola Vice look strong, which, it makes sense. We have to remember, Lola Vice made Shayna Baszler tap out. Or not tap out, but she beat her in the NXT Underground due to referee stoppage. That's what I meant to say. My apologies. So, and that's a big deal. Her beating Shayna Baszler, that's a big deal. So, they had to make Lola Vice look really strong in this match. And, like I said, both ladies did good. Both ladies did really good. But Roxanne retains the NXT Women's Championship. And, yeah, pretty solid match. Just, a little bit of a botchy finish, especially with one of the pop rocks. But still a pretty solid match. And then the main event of NXT Heatwave 2024 came down to a fatal 4-way for the NXT Championship. As the champion, Trick Williams defended against Javon Evans, Ethan Page, and Shawn Spears. For the most part, this was a very action-packed match, and I have to say, Javon Evans, that dude is insane. And of course, from Greensboro, North Carolina, Javon Evans, aka Jay Malachi, back in DPW and Firestar Pro Wrestling, dude is a phenomenal high flyer, and it was really good to see that showcased really well in this match. I do believe there is a bright future for Javon Evans. This was a big deal. He was in the main event on NXT, NXT PLE for the main title. Just like that. That didn't take long for Javon Evans. So I definitely see a bright future with him, for sure. And even the encounters with Trick Williams in this match between those two were really good. as well as Ethan Page and Shawn Spears. Of course, eventually Shawn Spears used the chair in the match, which, I mean, there's no DQ. So, was able to use the chair. Was not a fan of the finish. Was not a fan of the finish at all. Trick Williams hitting Javon Evans with a trick shot, and then he hit Ethan Page with a trick shot, and Ethan just fell down, slumped over Javon Evans, and the ref counted 1, 2, 3. And Ethan Page is your new NXT champion. Not a fan of that finish. Not a fan of that finish. And honestly, I feel for Trick Williams because he didn't have a long enough title run. He did not have a long enough title run. Like, I would have at least kept that title on him for a couple of more months. But that wasn't long enough. That really wasn't long enough. So I really kind of feel for Trick Williams. I mean, he only had the title for 75 days, y'all. 75 days. Lost it on the second title defense because, you know, he defended it once against Ethan Page, and then, you know, this fatal 4-way, and he lost. So he lost on the second defense. So he didn't have the title that long. So I just really feel for Trick Williams. And, you know, Ethan Page hadn't even been in NXT that long, and then just bam, he's champion now. So, which I know Trick Williams didn't get pinned. He didn't get pinned. Javon Evans got pinned, but just still, like, I hated that this happened, that this type of ending happened. But, well, we'll have to see what they do this upcoming week. But overall, Heatwave was pretty enjoyable. I hear a lot of folks said that NXT Heatwave was better than Money in the Bank, which, you know, I'm not really surprised. I didn't watch Money in the Bank, but, you know, I've been informed about the results. So, but yeah, a lot of people enjoyed Heatwave more than Money in the Bank, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not surprised. But it's all good. Anyway, that'll do it for this review. And I have to say, y'all, it's going to be an insane week. And even a much insaner weekend. Like, y'all know what we got coming up this week? Like, I mean, we have our usual Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, Collision, all that. But for big shows, this upcoming weekend, July 13th, we got Marigold Summer Destiny 2024, Abema Presents Destination 2024, and Fantastica Mania USA 2024, all on July 13th. And then you got the big Sendai Girls Korakuen Hall show on July 14th. That's going to have the double title match main event, which I'm looking forward to giving a preview of that. But yeah, looking forward to previewing each of these shows. But it's going to be a pretty big weekend. Pretty big weekend for pro wrestling, July 13th and 14th. So, should be good. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty. And also, let me know what y'all thought about both shows. What did y'all think of Nao Kakuta's Cross and NXT Heatwave 2024? Let me know your thoughts there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm about to go pass out and get some rest. It's been another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Y'all have a blessed start to the week, and I will see y'all in the next video and or live stream. Good night, y'all. Peace.